100 here, 1v1, Green Tooth Gorge, blue side. It's Rostam as an Apothecary support commander that fights in melee combat. Battlefield begins with a targeted heal and a passive health regeneration aura. This is the Blood Angels elite scheme with a Death Company Apothecary over here. Red side, it's Abaddon as a Hive Tyrant, very durable commander, walks through objects and cannot be suppressed. Some powerful offense, disruption and support. Begins in melee combat with a basic synapse, lumbering his way to that central contested VP. Rostam sending his Marines where? Most likely towards this power, and he's going to cap up this side before engaging. Might run into those Hormagaunts. Scouts are west side. I guess the Hive Tyrant's going to go harass those tactical Marines, which he's great at early on. 10, 50 hit points. Getting into melee with Marines can cause a hell of a lot of trouble. No, he's backing away. What's he up to? Oh, he's going west side, is he? He might try and tangle with the Scouts, which is a mistake because they'll just outrun him, you would think. I mean, usually Scouts are over here, so I'm surprised that he didn't go for the likely Marine locations towards the east side. Well, here he is, and here are the Scouts tickling him with their not very high damaging bolters. Why do their bolters do less damage than the Marine bolters? Nobody knows. Maybe they're just not as good at shooting them. Not as accurate, fellas. Looks like they got into the garrison. Okay. What's your plan now, Abaddon? Are you going to get spore mines or something? Could get rending talons and use seismic roar. Not sure how much damage that would actually do, but it is. Only Scouts. Hormagaunts here with adrenal glands very early on. Wanting to perhaps be aggressive with these guys onto the tactical Marines, but now they're getting shot up, and yeah, bolt pistol kill there for the Apothecary. He's got some XP already. There was a double Hormagaunts opening for Abaddon with some Termagants alongside. Here they are. He is fruitlessly attacking this garrison here with the Hive Tyrant. Not sure what is going on over here. That was not the best use of your time. I know it's frustrating for those Scouts to get into the garrison and escape you, but you gotta let it go. Apothecary did not want to risk decapping over there. Seeing the Tyranids moving in, looks like Abaddon has moved on from his garrison exploding quest, but he's got spore mines up. Hormagaunts in amongst Marines, but they're getting pretty low with adrenal glands there. This other brood does not have adrenal glands, but he got caught in a bad position, Rostam, and retreats. Probably should have retreated a little bit earlier there, but gets out. Is most likely trying to finish off these Hormagaunts, who get away with 3 models. Assault squad now for Rostam, and he did well out of it because despite only having Apothecary and Marines on the east side, he was able to get the VP because Abaddon was trying to kill a garrison. Scouts thwarted him and did a great job distracting him from the rest of the army. But here we see Abaddon running out and capping as much as he can, which is what he needs to do. Has the numbers advantage. The Assault Marines are going to be a massive roadblock. But hey, with double Hormagaunts, you've got a chance of dealing with them. And we do have double adrenal glands as well. That is going to be a threat to the Assault Squad, even with Apothecary support. Hive Tyrant himself can also get his rending talons in tier 1 to be a threat to melee squads. Big threat, really. Rostam happy to engage here against the double Hormagaunts. Oh, sorry, these are the Termagants here. They don't have their... Oh, they do have their toxin sacks. Marine's doing a good job after getting healed by the Apothecary, who's got his Sanguine Chainsword. This heals him on hit. Also, his bolt pistol shots heal him, I believe, but not for as much. And we got some Death Company Assault Marines. Here they are. 400 hit points of heavy armor each, with some pretty handy jump packs, and apparently some swords of some kind on their back. I don't think I noticed that before on this scheme. They should be able to dual wield. That would be awesome. Do Assault Squads dual wield in the tabletop? Someone tell me that's true. The thing that I just made up. Ravener Brood on the way for Abaddon. Tactical Marines do get the generator up, but now they're in a little bit of trouble. Might want to save those crippling poisons for the Assault Squad, fellas. Speaking of which, where are they? Oh, they're capping mid. Might run into some spore mines, but they'll do a good job smacking them down. This Apothecary is being very aggressive. Heals himself. Heal has been used now. You can try to focus on this Apothecary here. I believe Rending Talons would be a good choice here for Abaddon. Put a hell of a lot more pressure on the assault squad, who jump on in. Happy to keep the engagement going there, those guys. Look at the Apothecary healing up off this thing. 25 health. Wow. I did not think it was that much of a heal. That seems pretty significant. And a 10 heal on a ranged attack from his bolt pistol. That's pretty gnarly. Taking some shots from Raveners now, but the Termagants are basically just giving him free health here. What's the Hive Tyrant up to? He's still in play. Now, looking at some Tactical Marines that seem tasty. Can you get a model of them? I don't think Abaddon has taken a model yet of any of Rostam's stuff. Scouts with their sergeant are up to 4. See these Raveners being chased. They should turn and engage, I think. Stop that flamer roasting them. And Termagants should be attacking them too. Could have done a little bit better with target priorities here, Abaddon. Once he got the Marines that low, I think he should have tried to focus them down. But couldn't get a model. Rostam did not drop a model at all, I don't think, unless the assault squad lost one when they jumped a bit further in there, but I don't think they did. Decent start then for Rostam. Pretty strong start. That Sanguine Chainsword is working wonders. And now we have Armor of Purity, reducing the cooldown of his heal. Gives them hit points and health regen too. I thought it gave you energy, I guess not. Scouts here just kind of patrolling this west side, looking after it. Gonna run into some Hormagaunts. They don't have shotguns, but they could time a nasty grenade, especially if those guys bunch up on approach. There it is. Misplaced though, and Hormagaunts get in. Wanting to chuck it at their feet there, I think. Which is risky. Of course, you can hit yourself. Grenades do friendly fire. But they get a garrison. Making decent use of them on this west side. Hormagaunts now need to avoid the wrath of this Apothecary and his assault squad who go for the jump. Nicely done. Gets them guys off the field for the coming engagement. These Termagants are too far up, I think. Keep them back. There's the Crippling Poison. Termagants are strangely split up here, but now they're going to get roasted. Good use of the Raveners to tie them up and disrupt them. No, he's going to keep them in range stance, I think, to shoot them down, looks like. Took a model off the Assault Marines. Took 2 models off these guys, in fact. Nicely done, Hormagaunts. And we do have the Rending Talons up for the Hive Tyrant. Makes such a huge difference in melee. 75 melee DPS with the Seismic Roar, which I'm sure he used there, most likely. I just didn't notice it because I was looking at Raveners. This Apothecary, though. Halfway through level 2 almost. He's doing some work, for sure. No Purification Vials yet. Tier 2 for both players. Purification Vials might have ended some of these engagements that we've seen. But it is an extra expense, of course. What is this? Hormagaunts on the prowl. Scouts here to support their Apothecary. Raveners starting to come into their own in terms of DPS, doing well. Using scouts to try and tie them up there. Faking out a grenade. But look at the damage the Raveners are putting on them. Couldn't hang in there. Raveners have no real way of stopping his Apothecary getting into combat though. Not sure where the Termagants are. Here they are coming out of base. Hormagaunts on capping duty over there. Can he get a model off these Raveners? There's the Crippling Poison. Needs to get those Raveners moving. Rostam gets some support, but not before he needs to retreat. Tactical Marines getting very close to the action here. Misplay, I think, from Rostam. Running straight into the Hormagaunts, trying to get in on the Raveners, I guess. They have a Plasma Gun, but they drop a model. Big misplay, I think, from Rostam. Can he... Oh, are these guys going to drop completely? Down to 20 hit points, 17. Librarian in play. They do drop completely. Big loss for Rostam and a big win for Abaddon. Here's the Librarian. Awesome sub-commander for Space Marines. Going to shoot out a smiting spell. Can also support with his Veil of Time out the gate now. Just saw the smite go off. But Abaddon continues to advance. I know the Hive Tyrant is really becoming a threat himself. There you see the rending, the Seismic Roar. Going in on the Librarian, who's taking a big chunk of damage from the Hive Tyrant. Drop pod. Most likely delivering some more Marines. Might instantly become Stern Guard, those guys. We do see the Sergeant up for the Assault Squad. Merciless Strike will help the blobs of Tyranids fall over and die. Tier 3 for Abaddon is not messing around. No tier 2 units whatsoever. I don't think... Yeah, I don't see any tier 2 upgrades either. Straight to tier 3, no messing. Tons of requisition. He might be wanting to put a couple of gens over here, at least node it. But no sign of that yet. Oh, here we see the Hive Tyrant getting his improved synapse. Well, its improved synapse. Assault Squad east side capping. Apothecary heading mid. Oh, looks like scouts are going to get there first anyway. Might get a cheeky little triple cap here. Although, here are the Tyranids to try and prevent this. Hive Tyrant bringing up the rear. Level 2 now with that improved synapse. Pretty nice buff all around to non-synapse creatures. 25% health isn't bad. Really going to help those double Hormagaunts getting stuck in too. There's the force barrier of the Librarian. All it's doing is delaying the fight really there. He couldn't follow it up with a grenade or anything. Allows him to get off a good smite. Well, here we go. I guess it bunched them up for the Merciless too. Warrior Brood dropped in. Global ability of the Hive Tyrant evened up that engagement a hell of a lot. Swung it in his favour even. The Assault Squad might drop a model here. The Tactical Marine sure did. And that won him the engagement, a little drop there. Opened it up pretty good there, Rostam, with the force barrier. Scouts weren't there to chuck a grenade, but they got a good smite and a merciless off, which is a good way to start a fight. 431 to 237 double cap here for Rostam, who goes tier 3. No tier 2 units for anyone. Well, not in tier 2 anyway. Oh, I guess the Librarian's a tier 2 unit. Indrid, pay attention. Here he is. 71 power melee on this thing. Gives him some more health too. Up to 1,000, not bad. Gonna be much harder to focus him down now, especially as he starts leveling. 430 to 227, 2-1 cap for Abaddon. Got a lot of VPs to make up though. In tier 3, struggling to get power together, and still hasn't noded this power over here, even though he's floating requisition like crazy. Heavy melee straight away on the Warrior Brood to give melee synapse to those double Hormagaunts. Pretty much a no-brainer. Here we see them. Hormagaunts will now get tons more health and some melee skill as well. 40% more health. Those guys going in on the Librarian there. Tactical Marines trying to stay in play and saved perhaps by the force barrier going off. But you might want to run away, fellas. No, looks like they forgot about him. Oh, Scout's dropping models now, trying to finish his cap. Now in retreats. Painful, painful, painful. Down to just the Sergeant. And they do get away. It's very close to getting a Carnifex. Is Abaddon. There it is. Carnifex on the way. I guess you get Thorn back in this situation. Oh, Vanguard Veterans dropping in. And that is in direct response, I think, to that Warrior Brood. They are going to tear that Warrior Brood apart now with those power melee weapons. Thunder Hammer, Power Swords, and a Lightning Claw. Why isn't it just called a Power Claw? I guess those are the big war boss things. Here comes a level 3 Apothecary, terrorizing these Hormagaunts. Sanguine Chainsword has really allowed him to hang in on melee. Improved medical equipment is up. Decent smite. Hive Tyrant arrives late, but it will have a big impact. It's another force barrier, but I think the Apothecary might go down here. Oh, he might be saved. He might be saved. He got a special attack, and then the force barrier kicks in. He's going to be okay. Vanguard Veterans now moving in. Predator tank for Rostam. He hasn't seen the Carnifex, but I'm sure he's expecting it. With no tier 2 units on the field for Abaddon. If he had just noded and maybe populated that power that we see in the top of your screen, could have got that Carnifex up way sooner. Warrior Brood 8 hit points. Gonna get jumped when they've finished off here, I think. Yep, I think the pistols were enough, those plasma pistols. Vanguard veterans doing their job. Maybe staying in this a bit too long though. What are they doing? Hive Tyrant is right there with very dangerous rending talons, and here's the Carnifex. And it is going to be a Thornback. Just 3 levels for the Hive Tyrant trying to stay in on that fight. Oh wow. Getting screwed over maybe by their own Librarian. There's the Predator tank. Getting rid of the Hormagaunts pretty sharpish. And look at that. Pushed back into trouble by an allied force barrier. Gonna go down on retreat, are they? Yes they are. Termagants have enough to finish them off. Big mistake by Rostam and a big loss there. Got rid of the Warrior Brood, but losing Vanguard veterans, especially in that manner, because of a allied force barrier, is pretty rotten. You guys gonna decap? Yes they are. This should have been noded ages ago, I think. Here's a Venom Brood on the way for Abaddon in response to the Predator tank. Carnifex will do a lot of damage to it, but might struggle to close the distance. Thornback does give it a nice charge, but you usually want to use that to escape, unless you're particularly confident in your composition in fights. Hive Tyrant's a bit too far ahead of his army here, I think. Yeah, kind of got hung up on the power node there. These Marines with missile... We've seen Marines of all 3 of their weapons. I don't think they were all on this squad, but that versatility is pretty powerful. Rostam taking the opportunity to grab, or at least decap, this VP over here. Librarian is still level 1. He's been stuck in a lot of fights. Apothecary level 4 now. And a bash from gens. Does he get healed when he hits generators? I guess not. Takes down 1. Here's the Venom Brood. Tank needs to be careful. Needs to start driving very far away right now. I don't think Venom Brood can fire on the move. I forget. Maybe we'll see. Maybe they can actually. Maybe it's only the... Yeah, they can. Maybe I think it's only the Hive Tyrant who can't anymore. Or maybe I'm misremembering that too. But here we see a Predator tank under pressure. Tactical Marines persuaded to leave very, very quickly, and they need to be tied up, and here we go. It's up to the Apothecary with no assault squad around. It's up to this guy to tie them up. Does a good job there. Tank doesn't want to stop moving though. Oh. Warrior Brood dropped in. Quickly given their Thorax Swarm, and they throw out, or shoot out, or whatever they do, the Electroshock grubs. And this might be a destroyed tank right now. Big rear armor hits from this Carnifex. Wow. It's going to go down. It does go down. Terminator is called in now. Not in time to save the tank. But now they're going to melee this Carnifex. Maybe to death if it's not careful. Good special attack. Needs to charge away or move or something. Not sure if it used the charge already. Double cap here for Rostam. Warrior Brood capping mid. Is he happy to just hold up these Terminators here? Doing a hell of a lot of damage. Takes out one of them, but here's a missile launcher now. Nice special attack again. He might need to charge away, big fella. He might have used it already. I wasn't paying attention. He's almost level 2, but I don't think he's going to survive. What is Marines doing? Down it goes. Got one of those Terminators, though, and took a big chunk of the health. Here comes that heavy flamer. 267 to 55. Double cap here for Abaddon. Calls in some more Tyranid friends. This is the without number global. Those Warrior Brood taking damage. Lost sight of them for a few seconds there. Did Abaddon. Zoanthrope is on the field. Doing nothing. Didn't even realise it was produced. Looks like he's defended the central VP, but this Apothecary continues to be a massive pain in the ass. Level 5 now. So he has a basic heal that's been upgraded twice. He upgrades every other level. Can he kill this guy? Even if he does, he's just going to get Lariman back. Probably. Oh, might be able to get some retreat hits. Is it going to be enough? Needed one more hit, I think. Think he's going to be okay, and there's the force barrier just to make sure. 186 to 55. Double cap for Abaddon. Hormagaunts on the west side with these scouts. They might engage them now. Librarian will try and get a decap hit. Where are those Terminators? Here they come. Don't want to use their teleport to get into combat. They want to use it to get out. They can't retreat, those guys. What was that? It was a nice grenade. Gets them out of there, though. And might be able to cap that for a triple. There's that cleansing flame. Look, it even goes off if you tie them up. Since it's not just a regular ranged attack. Able to cap under fire, maybe. Got the decap, that's for sure. Single here for Abaddon. Termagants roasted and persuaded to leave. There's the seismic roar. Look at these Terminators are tanking everything here. Losing that Carnifex is a massive deal with the Terminators right in your face. This Zoanthrope is still not moving. Big misplay from Abaddon. Unless it's bugged or something. I haven't seen it at all in combat. Here we go. Now he's moving. 103 to 55. That might have made a big difference. Taking shots at those Terminators. It can be so hard to keep track of stuff. But you'd hope a unit like that wouldn't have been kept idle for so long. Needs to put his shield up to escape the Apothecary here. This guy's a beast. Keep moving, Mr. Zoanthrope. Gonna lose it. He's gonna lose it. Bolt pistol might be enough. Needs to put the shield back up. Does not put the shield back up. And bolt pistols were enough. Apothecary got tons of XP for that since he did, I think, all of the damage to it. What is the damage of this thing? It's only 38.46 melee DPS. A little bit of a delay there as he retreated out. 96 to 18 is a single cap here for Rostam and a Land Raider Redeemer on the way. Gate of Infinity getting those Terminators out of there. This Warrior Brood now cannot get Adrenal Glands because it has the Thorax Swarm. 1-to-1 cap. Abaddon might get a 2-to-1 if he gets mid. Here come Marines and Scouts, and they could chuck a nasty grenade. That Warrior Brood is very low as well. He's jumping them in though. Retreats them out, and I guess this is going to turn blue. He needs to send something over to his natural quickly. Double cap against him, Rostam. 81 to 7. Swarmlord on the way for Abaddon. Is he going to get on the field in time though? Is the Land Raider going to get on the field in time to make an impact here? Do take a hell of a long time to produce, like 70 seconds or something. Over a minute in Dawn of War 2. Everything can happen. You can have 4 fights and everything can die. The Land Raider is going to make it out, I think. 52 to 7. Land Raider no doubt heading towards the mid. You can see it on the map there. There's that force barrier. Maybe stop the cap. Should get there in time. And an orbital as well. Nice little combo. Uh-oh. Some friendly fire over here. Not sure why beams were placed over here when they were most likely going to retreat straight up. There's GG. Single cap for Rostam and a Land Raider. And there we have it. The Space Marines hold. Killing that Carnifex when he did was a massive deal, I think. Mistakes on both sides. I think Abaddon could have gotten a tech game a lot faster if he noded this and maybe populated it with generators. We had an idle Zoanthrope for a little while. Very strange opening when he tried to fight a garrison for a minute or so. But other than that, put some hurt on those Marines. Took out Tactical Marines. Took out Vanguard Veterans. This is Apothecary. Made a massive difference in the fights. It was fun to see the two heroes go at it in melee. Hive Tyrant had Psychic Scream at the end. Well, there you have it, guys. Thanks for watching. Hope you enjoyed it, and I'll see you next time.